My Safety Training Online presents Power Hand Tool Safety June 2012. Part 1, OSHA Regulations and Power Tools. (1910) Subpart P discusses hand and portable power tools and other handheld equipment. .241 gives the definitions. .242 talks about hand and power tools as well as equipment in general. .243 discusses the guarding of portable power tools. .244 discusses other portable tools and equipment. 1915 Subpart H covers tools and related equipment. .31 1915 covers general precautions. 1915.132 covers portable electric tools. .134 abrasive wheels and .135 powder actuated fastening tools. 1917 Subpart C covers cargo handling gear and equipment, and .51 covers hand tools. 1918 covers .69 covers tools. 1926 has tools and hand and power, along with .300 general requirements. .301 hand tools. .302 power actuated hand tools. Abrasive wheels is 303, and 304 is woodworking tools. Workers using hand and power tools may be exposed to hazards such as objects that fall, fly, are abrasive or splashed, harmful dust, mist, vapors and fumes and gases, frayed or damaged electrical cords, hazardous connections, and improper grounding. Power hand tool hazards include wrenches when jaws are sprung, impact tools, chisels and wedges when their heads are mushroomed, tools with loose, cracked, and splintered handles, using a screwdriver as a chisel, tools with tape handles because they may be hiding cracks. Safety handling tips include fitting with guards and safety switches. They can be extremely hazardous when used improperly. Safety goggles and gloves, keeping the floor surface where workers are free from debris and tripping and slipping hazards. Keeping your cutting tools sharp. Disconnecting your tools when not in use before servicing and cleaning, and when changing accessories. Keep people not involved with the work away from the work. Secure the work with clamps or vise, freeing both hands to operate the tool. Don't hold the switch button when carrying a plugged-in tool. And keep your tools sharp and clean. Power tool safe handling tips continued. Different types of power tools are determined by their power source, such as the following: electric, pneumatic, liquid fuel, hydraulic, and powder actuated. Consider what you wear. Loose clothing and jewelry can get caught in moving parts. Remove damaged electric tools and tag them "Do not use." Never carry a portable tool by the cord. And don't use electric cords to hoist or lower tools. Don't yank the cord or hose to disconnect it. And keep cords and hoses away from heat, oil, and sharp edges. Part 2, types of tools: abrasive types, electric, and pneumatic. Electric power tools protect the worker from shock. These tools must have a 3-wire plugged-in grounded receptacle. They should be double insulated, be powered by a low voltage isolation transformer, and plugged in with a grounding pin. Power electric tools should be operated within design limits, along with gloves and safety shoes if necessary. Store them in a dry place and don't use them in wet locations unless approved for that. Keep your work areas well lit and ensure the cards don't present a tripping hazard. Before mounting abrasive wheels, inspect them closely for damage. Perform a sound or ring test to ensure that they are free from cracks and defects. To test them, tap the wheel gently with a light non-metallic instrument. If the wheel sounds cracked or dead, don't use it because it could fly apart. To prevent cracking, fit the wheel on the spindle freely. Ensure that the spindle speed does not exceed the maximum speed marked on the wheel. Tighten the spindle nut enough to fit the wheel in place without distorting the flange. Don't stand in front of the wheel when it comes up to full speed. Let the tool come up to speed prior to grinding or cutting. Always use your eye and face protection when the wheel is operating. Keep the work rest not more than 1/8 of an inch from the wheel surface. This is one of OSHA's frequently violated standards. This prevents jamming the work between the wheel and the rest, which may cause the wheel to break. Don't adjust the wheel while it's rotating. Topic 3. Machine guard power tools. Guards expose moving parts of power tools. Guard belts, gears, shaft pulleys, sprockets, spindles, flywheels, chains, and other moving parts. Never remove a guard when the tool is in use and the point of operation is where the work is actually performed, and it must be guarded. This photo shows a radial arm saw equipped with proper point of operation guards. Never remove a guard when the tool is in use. Machine guards must protect the operator from point of operation, in-running nip points, rotating parts, flying chips, and sparks. The radial arm saw is equipped with an upper and lower guard. The purpose of the guard is to prevent the operator from coming in contact with the rotating blade. Guard these saws above and below the base plate or shoe. The lower guard must cover the saw to the depth of the teeth. Here we can see a picture of using a hood for guarding. Circular saw safety. Guard these saws above and below the base plate or the shoe, with the lower guard covering the saw to the depth of the teeth. Pneumatic tool safety. Powered by compressed air, they include nailers and staplers, as well as chippers, drills, and sanders. The main hazard is getting hit by a tool attachment or by a fastener that the worker is using with the tool. Here we can see a nail gun cut away. Pneumatic air gun safety. Take the same precautions with an air hose that you take with electric cords. Pneumatic tool safety fastening. Ensure the tool is fastened securely to the air hose to prevent a disconnection. Use a short wire or positive locking device attached to the air hose to the tool. Place a safety device on the muzzle to prevent the tool from ejecting fasteners, unless the muzzle is in contact with the work surface. Install a safety clip or retainer to prevent attachments. Wear your eye protection, hearing protection when working with jackhammers. Don't use a compressed air for cleaning unless it is reduced to less than 30 psi. Liquid fuel safety tips. Usually gas-powered tools have their main hazard in fuel vapors. Use only approved flammable liquid containers, and before refueling a fuel-powered tool, shut down the engine to allow it to cool. Pneumatic tool safety. Always avoid driving into materials easily penetrated unless the materials are backed by a substance that will prevent a pin or fastener from passing through. Don't drive fasteners into very hard or brittle material that might chip or splinter or make the fasteners ricochet. Powder actuated tool safety. Never use them in explosive or flammable atmospheres. Inspect the tool before using to ensure that it is clean, its moving parts are operating freely, the barrel is free from obstruction and has a proper shield, guard, and attachments. Don't load the tool unless you're using it immediately. Don't leave an unattended loaded tool. Keep hands clear of the barrel end. Never point the tool at anyone, and store unloaded in a locked box. The manufacturer's rated capacity must be marked on all jacks and must never be exceeded. All jacks must have a stop indicated that is also not exceeded.